So if you've been following any of the Chud the Builder drama, you may have come across a creator known as Poetik Flakko. Poetik Flakko has really come to prominence over covering Chud the Builder and covering him from obviously a very critical standpoint. Poetik Flacco has positioned himself as a pro-black creator and an anti-racist. But if you were to look just into his recent past, you'd see he used to play a major role in the No Jumper Adam 22 universe. And he used to say some wildly racist things. He then came out and apologized, but framed it in a very dishonest way, not truly acknowledging the crux of the criticism, which was around his anti-blackness. And shout out to the creator Point and Shoot, because they've been following Flacco since his No Jumper days and have all the evidence of his racist shenanigans. So we're going to watch Point and Shoot's most recent update on the Flacco situation. Point and Shoot takes a victory lap here and says he made a video called I Destroyed Poetik Flacco's Career. So let's take a look at that.
I'll be real, bro. Like, it's over bro, listen, it's over for all the people who's hating on Flacco, bro. Because, like, I'll be real, like, your chance to beef with Flacco was about 4 months ago. The trajectory I'm on right now and the mission that I'm on right now, we is winning. Again, I do feel bad for like the quote-unquote like Poetik Flacco like haters. We are past the era of hit pieces working. Era where hit pieces was effective was like 2016. So like each and every day, bro, like my live stream just keep getting bigger, right? Things, you feel me, right? Like, like things, things going up, and that's not gonna stop it.
This is probably before all of that happened. I don't know, but like it's really funny for him to be like, hit pieces don't work. Hit pieces don't work. When he is subject to several hit pieces. Well, really, he's just subject to information about his previous statements and behaviors. But, I'm sure he doesn't think he did anything wrong.
Okay, so this video is going to be about Poetik Jala Talk.
Jala is my
paid $2,500
and
for
so
the
let me
box.
explain what's going on. So a couple weeks ago, I made this video on the Forever channel about how Jala rapidly acquired a new large pro-black audience as a result of his relentless coverage of the Chud the Builder saga and the Nolan Wells investigation. And the video is basically about how Jala is pandering to this new pro-black audience as if he's not an anti-black racist himself.
What?
And I demonstrated this clearly in the video, and I played clips of him actually saying the things, so it was impossible for him to really refute it, so he didn't. I mean, when there's clips floating around the internet like this, there really isn't very much to explain.
A 5'9", blonde-haired, blue-eyed, little white boy in some polo shirts, slacks, and some Birkenstocks walking towards you at 9 p.m. evoke the same fear in you as a 6'1" black man in a Nike Tech?
I'm gonna give that.
What I don't understand is the blue, purple, pink lip. Yo, bro, listen.
Dude, you could just tell by the grumbling. People did not fuck with that statement.
Bro, I can't stand niggas, right?
Man.
These same pink lip, wide nose niggas were the same motherfuckers, right? These ignorant, pink lip, wide nose niggas ain't rocks. Bro, listen, bro, Lil Uzi Vert or NBA Youngboy, bro, like these ain't fucking rock stars. How a pink lip, wide nose ninja lion, bruh. If he look you dead in your eyes and tell you, bruh, are you serious, man? He capping, he lying. Right? If you think that you finna move to Miss Mary Jane's block and trap out of her block and be outside loitering, nigga, you crazy, bro. She calling the police the same day you move in. It warms my heart to see a DA like that taking a stand and saying, I don't give a damn about no peer pressure, no intimidation, man. Listen, I'm black, but I'm going after all these, blue, purple, wide lip, burnt Negroes, right? Who are out here using their lyrics and confessing the crime.
And so my video was full of clips just like this, just like the ones you just watched, and they were horrifying. And so there were some people in Jala's audience that were calling him out for it, but their voices weren't loud enough. They were just little peons to him. They were just little chatters. And he felt like because I'm the only one making videos about it, that it's really not that big of a problem right now, and that he's too powerful. He's already out of here. He's already blown up. He's winning. His numbers are skyrocketing. And he said that this is why he doesn't feel like he needs to respond. Hit pieces don't work on him.
We are past the era of hit pieces working, right? Like, you feel me? Like the era where hit pieces was effective was like 2016. So like,
yeah, so don't even bother making more hit pieces on me because it won't work. They never work. Hit pieces never work. Says a guy who keeps having hit pieces made on him.
So like each and every day, bro, like my live stream just keep getting bigger, you know, and things going up, and that's not gonna stop it, right? So yeah, you're right. So y'all stop telling me to respond back to drama.
So it was these statements by the Jala that created a chain reaction in the commentary community on YouTube, and people started making videos about it now. This guy, Doku D, found my video, discovered my video, and then circulated it and commentated on it. And so this caused a chain reaction.
My name is Doku D, and if you're anything like me, around the whole time of the Chud the Builder thing, where he shot that guy and he got arrested for it, and then he was on trial, and we were learning things as the situation progressed and new information came out, YouTube recommended you a new creator named Poetik Flakko.
Wow, that's really interesting. A lot of people did not know who this guy was before the Chud the Builder situation.
Yeah, myself included. But some people did know him, including one of my chatters on Twitch knew he was on No Jumper. And I'll tell you, if I'd known that from the beginning, that would have been counted as a red flag. And there were other red flags too, like his homophobia and stuff. But, you know, at the end of the day, I thought he was just like a, you know, pro-black liberal. But really seems more like Flacco's a grifter.
So this guy Doku D makes this video, and then this guy Jew Almighty notices the Doku D video, and then he makes a video.
Only Negroes, yo, only Negroes support crime.
Oh, he's literally just talking like a white supremacist. He sounds like MAGA.
So at this point, Jala now has a huge problem on his hands because now other black creators are calling him out for being a racist, not just me. So Jala panics and he immediately drops an apology video, but he misrepresents the apology and he apologizes for something that no one was calling him out for, which is his political beliefs. And he also lies to his audience and tries to make it seem like he became aware of the backlash from his YouTube comment section and not from me or other creators that are torching him online. He actually thinks his audience is stupid, so he's going to try to trick them. And he thought that he was going to get away with this.
Flacco is very overconfident. Like, he's incredibly overconfident. He went and he debated Jew Almighty. That was a huge mistake because Flacco just kept saying, well, I changed. I don't believe that stuff anymore. But it's like, okay, what don't you believe anymore? What do you believe now? And why did it change? He couldn't answer any of those things. So it's really hard to take him seriously when the only real reason you can pin down for why he changed is that, you know, he's making money now. What's really interesting is that the right-wing grift didn't work at all for him, and he's being more successful as like a woke person. I find that kind of interesting. But at the end of the day, like, if you're pushing left causes, but you're a cynical grifter, we will figure you out. It becomes obvious, you know, the left is not nearly as susceptible to grifters as the right is because the entire right is a grift. Now, liberals, that's a whole other grift.
I want to give the tap dancing sellout of the day award to Poetik Flakko. Now, who's Poetik? Well, I'm Poetik Flakko, okay? No, but all jokes aside, the tap dancing sellout of the day award goes to Poetik Flakko. Now, you're probably asking, why are you talking about yourself this way? Well, this stems from a comment I got on my last video from a subscriber called Beauty. Now, Beauty is a subscriber.
Nope, it's all the YouTube creators calling you out, like big YouTube creators calling you out. I don't know if Antonio Talks called you out, but Jew Almighty definitely did, and a bunch of other creators. So, like, to say it's because of a comment about your politics. Now, I maintain that being conservative and being white supremacist are two sides of the same coin, but I understand that there's nuances when we're talking about black conservatives. Some are much more explicitly anti-black, and others, you know, make excuses or even find themselves opposing conservatives when it gets super racist. So there is all that. But regardless, though, Flacco treats the issue like it's just some unpopular political opinions and not like actually being anti-black, which I agree is a step farther than like being pro-billionaire, though not a very big one.
Comments, I've seen her in my comment section often, so she's not a hater. And the comment was, Flacco, you got some explaining to do. But in the replies, there were people pointing out, bro, Flacco, we've seen videos of you as a conservative. Now you're more left-leaning. What happened? What was the change? Why did you change? What's going on? One, nobody is above accountability. Two, nobody is above being called to the carpet and taking accountability.
So he's dressing this video up as like an apology and taking accountability for having conservative viewpoints, which is not what anyone criticized him for. They criticized him for being a racist, smelly bigot who is grifting off the black community, the community that he hates. And so for him to misrepresent this, it's because he thinks he can trick most of the people in his audience. He thinks they're stupid. But I'll tell you who's not stupid, Jew Almighty. What? And I'll show you this. This guy's actually really smart. He's going to do most of the talking because he's, I mean, just... You can't explain it any better than this.
As a conservative, now you're more left-leaning. What happened? What was the change? Why did you change? What's going on?
That's not the criticism. He's lying again. The criticism is not about him being a conservative. We're criticizing him for supporting Trump, for supporting white supremacy, for glazing Nick Fuentes.
Well, why I admire people like Nick Fuentes
Doing right now is trying to gain fake brownie points by acting
Nick Fuentes.
like he's addressing criticism, but he's not. He's only addressing being a conservative, which was never the criticism. Is very disingenuous. Real slimy snake grifter shit. Any black people supporting him from this point on, just know you're listening to a very disingenuous person that does not care about you or your community.
So this is a huge problem for Jala. He did not count on this at all. He thought that everyone was just going to forgive him immediately and everyone was going to move on immediately. He did not think.
He's been posting a lot. So, like, I don't know. We should look at his comments at some point. But I think he's probably getting quite a lot of backlash from his audience. Because literally, like, his audience now is completely different than who was listening to him while he was on No Jumper. And they're not likely to let this kind of shit slide so easily.
I think that Jew Almighty was smart enough to understand the apology grift that we just saw. That was a total scam. That was a scam apology, okay? So Jew Almighty made a follow-up video criticizing the apology because Jala attempted to trick Jew Almighty's audience into believing something different and tried to make Jew Almighty look like he didn't really know what he was talking about. So Jew Almighty got mad and he made that follow-up video and he made it clear to his audience that we are not criticizing Jala's political viewpoints. We're criticizing, it was the political viewpoints that were closely associated with racism that was the problem. And I want to show you some clips of this exact thing. Look at these clips and please use your discretion. These are upsetting clips.
She was always of Indian heritage and she was only promoting Indian heritage. I didn't know she was black until a number of years ago when she happened to turn black and now she wants to be known as black. So I don't know, is she Indian or is she black?
She is always
racist? I don't know. Is he racist for questioning somebody named Barack Hussein Obama being born in the U.S.? I don't know, bro.
Yes! Yes, of course he is. How do you not know? What are you talking about? Why are you talking like a white 16-year-old in 2008? This isn't nuanced. This is very clear.
You feel me? I don't think so. You could think so. The crumbs and details of whether or not Trump actually committed a crime, I don't think so, bro. Yo, I think a man, bro, who is married, man, should be able to pay some hush money off, man. You feel me? And if he want to conceal it and hide it from the media, bro, hey, I don't understand why this is like a 20 felony count. You feel me? So the Democrats have...
Huh? He doesn't understand why the president shouldn't be allowed to pay hush money without people know. Like, what? This is cope.
Been able to sort of brainwash and manipulate black folks into thinking that
he works backwards from his position. Like, he supports Trump and he like comes up with a bunch of stupid bullshit as to why. Because he's pandering. That kind of audience is much stupider than, you know, a pro-black left-wing audience. They'll pick up on your bullshit.
The Democratic vote is the black vote. I know probably a vote for Trump is probably what's best for the country. It feels like a lot of us are just giving Kamala a lot too soon without her really earning it or deserving it, bro.
So as you can see, it wasn't the conservative political viewpoints. It was the racist political viewpoints that Jew Almighty had a problem with. So he makes this follow-up video criticizing the apology and Jala panics. He absolutely freaks out. The same day that this follow-up video comes out, Jala reaches out to Jew Almighty and asks if they can go live and hash things out. What? And this was a mistake. Jala was not prepared. He didn't have, you know, when you lie this much, you don't know how much you've lied and it's hard to keep up the lies. So Jala does this stream and he gets confronted with point and shoot. Now, Jew Almighty doesn't know that Jala denies my existence and refuses to talk about me publicly. So Jew Almighty's talking about me to Jala, not knowing this, and it's so funny. I want to play this clip. Look at Joe Almighty saying that the reason for all this is because of point and shoot, and look at Jala, how sheepish he looks. This is so funny. I laughed
He
at
said he
this.
became a fan and a sub to your channel during the Chud the Builder saga, like a bunch of people did. And he saw
from a CPA job that's in their 40s. It's just not true. And so I just wanted people to see that and understand that, okay? Now for this final clip that I want to show you, this is going to show that Jala hates all black people, not just, he says that he only hates the criminals and the people from the hood and the streets. But that's not true. He actually hates all black people.
Which is what all racists say.
And I'm going to play you this clip of Jala being racist against this prominent YouTuber that Jala was just jealous of because he had a lot of money. I was really disturbed by this. Look at this.
He probably got scammed at getting poor money management skills, right? And this is why Negroes go broke. So when I see Young Farrell spending on a lot of things, and he claims he only made $1.4 million last year in this video, but this is the king of Hotep Negroes. This is Young Farrell, Mr. Rich. He's the most valuable man in Black America. This right here is just proof, bruh, that Farrell might be going broke, man. All that lavish spending, hiring this employee, hiring that employee for no particular reason, just to have Negroes around, all right? Funding people buying cars, and all that other nonsense, bro. Farrell might be going broke, man, but y'all let me know next.
So he's criticizing Farrell for doing the same thing that he does, which is buy a bunch of lavish shit.
What? I just bought a brand new Maybach.
So now he's all fat and rich talking about black prosperity and black, you know, he didn't have anything to say about this. This is Jala's best friend, the cuck.
On purpose. No, I'm not. I just think it's funny. I think it's funny to take a phrase that was popularized by probably the most famous racist of recent memory and to recontextualize it to describe myself smoking cigarettes and drinking alcohol while I'm in Vegas. I think that that's funny. And I used Chud the Builder inspired language about myself to say that we were chimping out. I don't think that that is
Man, you're a fucking idiot.
racist. I think that if anything, I was comparing myself to an actual chimp. And I don't think that there's anything offensive about reappropriating the language of our oppressors, which should be relatable.
So Jala
Bitch, shut up. Oh my God, I hate that motherfucker.
refused to criticize the cuck for this because, well, number one, he doesn't care. It's all a grift. But number two, it's because he loves the cuck.
What? The Neanderthals are acting a fool at the good white man establishment. And by good white man, I mean Adam 22, of course. The good white man, Adam 22, have given these hooligans a huge platform and an opportunity to be hip-hop journalists.
And so that is going to do it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching all the way through. And of course, for hitting the like button. That's really going to help me out. If everyone hits the like button. I worked really hard on this video and it would make me so happy and it would motivate me to make more videos if you guys would like this video. Okay, thank you guys so much. I'll see you on the next one.
Some would understand what people who look like us went through in this country. Like the George Floyd, police brutality, you know, like anti-racism. But that shit was getting boring, bro. Like they had to come up with something more juicy, man. Black folks love to be victims.
Yeah. I mean, in conclusion, you can't grift left. You will get found out. And you can't even grift liberal to a black audience because people will figure you out. Like, especially when you've made such blatant racist statements in the past. There's just no escaping that. Now, ultimately, Poetik Flakko will probably keep on keeping on, maybe with less of an audience. He could end up going back to right-wing content. I would hope that he doesn't. And I would hope he would, actually try to do some reflection and some explanation of how his views have changed to maybe try to make something good out of this. Because I do want people to change. The problem is, though, he went from having shitty opinions to decent opinions, but the only impetus for the change seems to have been monetary. And that's a problem. That's a big problem. So he's going to have to answer for that. I hope he improves. But that's going to do it for this video. I'm Red. Hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.